What up, world? This is Jamaal the RX. I just escaped from the North Pole. I was working as an elf, but I'm here. So, and I got my co-host with me. What's your name, man?
It's your boy, Wizxrd, the T-A-Y-E, the big man of the city. You feel what I'm saying? Wizxrd Taylor. You know what I'm saying? You know what we doing tonight with Valley of the Beast? We finna get going. What's cracking, Jamaal?
Yeah, this is the last episode of the season, but we got a very special guest with us right now. He's hailing from Detroit. He's been DJing for over 30 years. He's been producing just as much as that. He got a podcast called Rooted 313, and we definitely going to talk about that. Let's make some noise for DJ Tony Tone.
Yes. What up, though?
Thank
Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. So, how's everything going?
Good, bro. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be out in Phoenix, connecting with a bunch of different people, meeting everybody on the scene.
That's what's up.
It's a good time.
Well, that's my first question. What brought you out to Phoenix from Detroit?
Job situation. Had better offers out here, so I took it and ran with it, and kind of hit the ground running as far as my 9-to-5 job, and then the DJing thing kind of came along hand in hand with that.
That's what's up. So, in Detroit, what was the scene like? Like, what was the environment like out there?
Let me see. My era was like Slum Village, JD, Obi Trice. Who else was on the scene? Proof. I wasn't really into the more of the street rap.
Yeah.
The stuff that's popular now. I didn't really know those guys.
Okay.
And from what I understand, they ain't like us too much anyway, so
Damn.
it's whatever, I guess.
Rest in peace to Proof.
Yes,
sure,
absolutely. That's my man. Yep.
So you actually knew Proof? Like,
Yes. Yeah.
So what was your guys' relationship like?
He was Proof. You've probably heard people talking about Proof before, saying like he's the mayor of Detroit.
Yeah.
And he really was like the glue to the underground scene. And plus he knew the street cats too. So it was kind of like he was the bridge between both worlds.
The Avatar.
He was the host of the Hip Hop Shop, which was the legendary open mic that was occurring every Saturday at Maurice Malone's shop. I don't know if you're familiar with Maurice Malone. He was a clothing designer.
Yeah.
Back then, the same era as like Fubu and April Walker and Walker Ware. What's the other one that was big? I can't think of homeboy's name. Carl Kanai. Yeah. So he opened a shop, and he also threw parties. So he kind of really opened up the hip hop scene in Detroit. And so I gravitated towards that. And a lot of people I knew also were a part of that scene. Like Eminem's manager, Paul Rosenberg, was a guy I went to college with. So we were all kind of interconnected at the same time, and things just started taking off for like Proof and his group, Five Ella, Slum Village, Eminem, all around the same time. So it was really like an incubator. We could really see things happening at the time. It was cool. It was good to be a part of that.
So how do you feel coming out of that era now? You know,
everything sucks now, to be honest with you.
Damn, everything?
Pretty much. No, I ain't gonna go that far. I'm bullshitting. But my standards are really high because, you know, I came up around Elzai and Proof, Jay Dilla. It doesn't get much better than that.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't.
Oh, so.
And this is not fiction. Like,
no, it's not fiction at all. I'm telling all facts.
So with that being said, we're going to kick it off already because, you know, me and Jamaal, we was boasting this question. I asked a couple people, you know, hip hop heads and music gurus, and we just got to know. I made the statement a while back, and I said Kanye could outproduce. Kanye was better than Dilla. Kanye West. What is your
Kanye West too.
Say that one more time. You said Kanye.
Kanye West who?
That's
No.
That's how you know.
Absolutely not.
No. Why? Why not? Why?
Kanye's not better than Black Milk.
Shoot. Like, I'll take it even further.
Not better than YG.
I'll take it even further. Like, to me, Kanye should be compared to Tyler the Creator. I feel those two got a lot in common, and I think they're both on the same level.
I think he got Tyler though. He got.
You
Tyler.
think so?
Yeah.
You can't compare. You cannot compare Kanye to Tyler. That's a magnet. That's here.
We here to set it off though. Let's go.
Here, hold on.
But to go back to the original comparison with Jay Dilla and Tyler the Creator, I feel like Jay Dilla actually changed the sound of music.
Yeah.
Like, in particular, hip hop
And neo soul.
Yep.
That whole vibe is JD.
I feel like y'all won't give it to Kanye because Jay Dilla pioneered what they do today. I feel like that's like the primary.
That's pretty much what we were standing on.
Yeah.
Like, Kanye is a phenomenal producer. We can't take anything from him. But when it comes to like influence, it's obvious. It's obvious.
So let me ask you, Tone.
Mm-hmm.
You've been back and forth. You've been in the Midwest. You over here on the West Coast now. From your time as a producer, DJ, who would you say, or what side of the country has the most consistent producers? You know what I'm saying? Maybe the most consistent output of like producers, or producers who are the most consistent in their work as far as standing on top.
Very interesting question. I don't know if I have a definitive answer on that, because you got West Coast people like Alchemist and Battle Cat, and Dr. Dre, who's not my favorite, but very consistent throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have people on the East Coast like Premier and Pete Rock, who are still putting out quality stuff. And I don't know, man. It's just, we got some people in the game that are really talented and still doing their thing after decades in the game.
You don't think
So
there's?
I don't have a bias against either one.
I like. All right.
You try to set me up.
Yeah, you
Didn't
know,
work.
it's usually a lot of people say, "Oh, who's the best rapper out there? Who has the best rappers? The Midwest, you know, oh, the East Coast, oh, the West Coast." But you know, when was the topic of who's capitalizing right now as far as producers? Who's really taking over? Because
Mustard. No, I'm playing.
the young guys don't know about like the Pete Rocks and the Dillas and the Timberlands or anybody before their time. Nobody know about what's his name, Havoc, or nobody like that. They know Metro, they know Mustard, they know who else? Kenny Beats. You know what I'm saying?
So who would you say is the hottest right now?
Hottest? I wouldn't say that question was more towards the hottest. I feel like it was more towards what side of the country has the most consistency. If I had to take a pick, I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm not going to be ignorant and shout something because I haven't done my research on it. Somebody actually spurred this question on me after I asked them that Kanye question. So I figured somebody of your knowledge might have more of a deeper introspect on what that answer might be. Said, nah.
So
Not me.
let's get into your DJing bag. So
Okay.
what got you started into DJing?
What got me into DJing? A friend of mine named DJ Rowe. He was DJing back in high school, and he was one of my best friends. So I used to be over his house, and I'd help him carry his crates and stuff like that to parties. So I kind of got the spark through that, but not really. Then when I got up to school, Michigan State University, when I went there, I started out with 2 crates. I took 2 crates of records up to school, and by the time I graduated, I had like 30 something crates of records.
Wow.
Yeah, so I really got hit hard by the bug to DJ, and I was spinning with DJ Head, who went on to be Eminem's tour DJ for a while,
Okay.
and producer. DJ Energy, who I do a podcast with now, Rooted 313. on YouTube right now. And we all did a radio station up there, college radio. So Head and I did most of the hip hop stuff. Energy did house music, and I just really fell in love with hip hop at that point. There was so much good stuff coming out, and that was like from 89, 90 to around 95 was when I was in school. So that was like the golden era of hip hop. So
I agree with that.
yeah, so De La was coming out, Jungle Brothers, and then when I'd go home for like summer breaks or whatever, we had the Rhythm Kitchen that I was telling. Well, I didn't mention that, but the Rhythm Kitchen, which was the party that Maurice Malone was doing, in the hip hop shop in their various incarnations and locations. So it was a lot of hip hop going on at the time, and I was meeting a lot of people who would turn out to be really important in the scene.
And I know you mentioned some of that as well, but as far as like your career, your DJ career in Detroit, what are some of the highlights? Like, what are some of the things that you did that you felt like was significant?
Okay. There's St. Andrew's Hall, which was 3 floors of fun. I did that for a while. House Shoes is the most popular person to emerge from that building. We spun together plenty of times because I actually did that night with them for a while until they decided they didn't want to up my pay.
Oh,
I was like, okay, I'll just do my own thing. So I did that. Another spot that I was doing is called Lush Lounge, and it was like an open mic for MCs. A lot of MCs came out of that place, like Marv One, Fat Ray, Guilty, Simpson, Lax Daisical, who changed his name to Tarak. Probably a lot more that I can't think of right now. But I actually introduced Guilty Simpson to Jay Dilla in that spot.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
Man, to be able to meet all these people, not just from Dilla, to even be able to meet Dilla, I feel like that's a privilege. Like you have a real live like core memory privilege, like that you nobody can get that. Not a lot of people can say that they got that, especially with like when people pass away early in their careers, from like Hendrix to XXX Tenacion, like people who go early like that. It's like it's such a memory, a privilege to be like I met them. It's
also very painful because I was talking to Guilty about this actually. It's like our whole Detroit hip hop community kind of goes through a big depression because after Proof passed and Dilla passed and By 10 passed, it's like felt like a dark cloud hanging over Detroit. So although it is an honor, it's definitely an honor because to know these people and to know what they contributed to music and that their legacy still lasts and people emulate them still. Like when I see somebody with a JD Change My Life t-shirt on, I'm like, yeah, mine too. But I actually knew the dude, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, man, it's just different coming from my my vantage point. But I really love to see people repping for Dilla and everybody from Detroit. Actually, it's a pride thing. Like when I see somebody playing Black Milk at a party, it's like, wow, people bumping that out here. I like that. Yeah, I'm happy about that.
Do you take more pride in DJing than you do producing, or is it like altogether cultivated like enjoyment?
Definitely DJing right now. I would like to swing it over to producing, but yeah, I still have some more things to do as far as DJing out here.
You ever spin house music?
A little bit. Not a lot. It's not my specialty, but I can. Yeah.
So, actually, I want to touch on, since you talk about DJing out here, let's actually talk about your podcast that you actually host.
Oh, okay.
It's called Rooted 313. And who are the other hosts that are with you on that show?
Okay. Other co-host is Peanut, and our lead voice is Steve Crawford, who I went to school with, Michigan State. He's also from Detroit. Okay. And he's been out here longer than I have. He's been here for about 15 years, I think. And it's really a cool thing, man. We started this. Doug's from Chicago, DJ Peanut. Sorry. We started this with we wanted to delve into DJ culture a little more. Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, cuz you keep saying Peanut, and then it clicked with me. I think my dad DJs and stuff. He DJs was, this guy named Andre. Last night he was
I know
talking
that
about
name.
Yeah, and then Peanut was there last night because the speakers was, I guess they was having some duality issues and it was some delay on it. But he
At the Louis Vega show.
Oh snap! We
Is
was
that
right
what
in
it
front.
was?
No, we was right in front of the hat shop. But he always talk about the name
okay.
Peanut, so I wonder if we talking about the same guy.
Probably. Yeah. Because he told me his man spins in front of Strong Wool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man,
Yeah.
what a small world.
It is. It's a very small world.
Dang, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys are really. I think that's dope. Y'all are really invested in the game. Not only out there, but y'all coming across the country and still finding like the roots.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people probably don't see it, but like what y'all did, y'all sowed the roots for a lot of us here today, and what we do now. Like
That's why the podcast is called Rooted, brother.
yes, sir. Hey,
That's absolutely what it is.
Hey,
We deeply rooted in this thing.
y'all heard it out. Shout out to Rooted. Shout out to Rooted.
Yeah.
And you guys definitely had some dope ass guests on there.
Yeah, it's been a good experience, man. We've shot maybe 8 or 9 episodes. A few of the episodes towards the beginning are more towards just establishing who we are as individuals and as individual DJs.
What was your favorite episode so far?
My favorite episode was probably we talked about Andre 3000 on one episode, right when he had dropped the album, right before somebody called. And then, we talked about that. And then we talked about Lauryn Hill a little bit.
Oh, man.
And I like to be the contrarian when it comes to Lauryn Hill because a lot of people talk about her and her tardiness. But
as far as releasing or what?
As far as putting out music and showing up to shows on time. But I'm a fan. I'm a bona fide Lauryn Hill fan. So I don't like people disrespecting the queen like that.
No, you can't. She's iconic. She definitely. She set the tone for.
So what? She shows up a little late.
But I get both sides. Like
I do too.
At the end of the day, like you're supposed to show up on time, but at the same time, she's not a toy. She's not a robot. She's an actual human being.
Mm-hmm.
So, give or take, I get both sides.
Yep.
I mean, would y'all rather have Lauryn Hill showing up late or people getting stomped out at a Travis Scott concert? Which y'all want? Pick your battles.
Yeah, we want them to live.
But with that being said, Tone.
Yes, sir.
We got a lot of information from you. We definitely appreciate your contribution.
Jamaal dropped his watch. My bad, Joe.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
We
You're real heavy out here.
Appreciate your contribution to the game.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
The vintage that you come with, your soul is vintage. Your craft is vintage. You were built up by the best of the best, and you come from the best of the best. You come from a lot of love and appreciation of the game.
Thank you.
There's always gonna be respect for that. So we want to hear some respect right now. Sound wave rise, because that's what we love best, and we know that's what you do best. So we want to show them what you got going.
Okay.
So, and as we're setting that up, let me ask you a couple quick DJ questions.
Okay.
Actually, are you connected to the Roadcaster?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Let me see this.
That should be good to go.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I'll just ask while you're playing your beats.
Okay.
And this man got some dope ass beats. I heard them. I'm like, okay.
Let me know when you about to start and fade it in, get it all going.
All right. Here we go.
Damn.
This one is old, very old. Made this on a MPC 2000 XL.
invest. I'm the top of the top, I can't rest. Somebody give me a color, cause I put it on my vest. High collar, never blue collar. I don't work for the white man, I got real dollar. I got old dollar. Dig it in my grave, I'm Roddy Rich. I don't want nobody, girl, I got a bitch. No disrespect to no women, I got a snitch. He was cheating on you with you. My bad, I was just trying to take these huff rappers back to class. I'm the teacher with the pen, I'm digging y'all, I'm your dad. About to give you a whooping, you better get back to that. Yo, I'm steady cleaning up the beat. I got Mr. Tone in here, yeah, he ripping on the sheets. And I ain't talking pen, but I'll piss on your grave. If anybody got something to say with the crew, it's Valley of the Beats, how we do. I'm rapping with Jamaal, the RX, rated R. You know I kill it, go afar, I beyond yonder. Fuck it, nah, I'm about to ponder. I got bars for days if you want them, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness.
Alright, so I wonder what beat is next. Yeah.
All right, let me. This one is newer, made on
That's a
Koala.
privilege because Jamaal never really raps. So like when he does, I know he's excited and he's happy, and we love that.
Dope. Made this one on Koala at one of the Flipper Beat clubs.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Nadia and Flipper Beat Club.
Yeah.
And mind you, this is on the Koala app that you can buy.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's an app.
Yes.
They just dropped an update today.
Yeah?
They got a synth in there now.
Can you tell us about the Koala app?
I love the Koala app, man. If there was money to be made, I would rep that shit for real. I already do. I try to get everybody to buy that thing. It's $5 for the app. I think the update was like $7, but it adds time stretch,
What?
stem separation. It's crazy, man.
Is
this-
this for DJing or producing or
Producing.
Producing. And
Yeah.
this is a phone app.
A phone app.
Tablet app.
Yeah,
And all you paying is what? $18 total?
something like that.
So for all producers out there listening right now, tell them why would this be essential to them?
Bro, you can do anything you do on any of your other machines on your phone for less than $20.
Y'all hear that? You out on the road, you hear a sample, you hear an idea, open Koala, because FL is not that great when it comes to no slander. Vocal
Mobile
producing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
So shout out to Koala for all producers out there. If you're looking for something to take on the road, download Koala. It's $18,
It's $5,
$5.
and then the update is like $7 or $8, something like that.
Yeah, y'all heard it live from one of the best out here.
Oh, thank you.
All right, you got one more for us?
Let's play.
Give it to us.
Let me play. Let me see if I can find something I made on Reason.
Okay.
What do you usually use?
Like I usually
FL.
use FL, but I also use the 404, the Yamaha Motif Audio Tool, which is actually an online website where you can make beats. So, yeah.
Okay, this one is kind of an upbeat song. Not really a hip hop joint. Not much of a piano player, but give me some time, I can find some notes. This was probably about 2011 when I made this.
Okay. I will say that's the beauty of music. You can make something a while back and it'll still hit today. Oh, this definitely hits.
What's the buzz in the background behind the bass? that like a slight distortion or what?
It's I don't know what instrument it was. It's been 20 years.
No free game. No free game.
But there was something on Reason. It wasn't one of the regular sounds. I didn't have any plugins.
Is Reason another mobile DAW or is that a computer?
Yeah. And Reason kind of got overshadowed by a lot of things that came out afterwards.
So you got a lot of stuff on there too. I like that.
Thank you.
Funky.
Like real quick, since we got a little bit of time left, I definitely got a question about DJing. Like,
Okay.
I don't know where to start, but let me just start with this. Like, if you was to give advice to a starting DJ, what would you give them?
Learn how to beat match.
Yep.
Don't touch the sync button.
And
Act like it doesn't exist, because it doesn't. Yeah. So if you're gonna do it, learn how to beat match. Don't put vocals over vocals.
yeah.
Like choruses over choruses. Don't do that. What other good introductory tips can I give? I don't know. Don't break the bank on your first equipment. That's what I would say. I started off on turntables that weren't Techniques like most DJs, and you gradually go to that. You graduate to the good equipment. Don't go out and spend a bunch of money on equipment
Start
first.
with the basics.
Yeah, start with something basic. Get your techniques, no pun intended, skills together, and then you can go get something better.
And same thing with producing. Like, what type of tips you would give someone? Because I know somebody that wants to get into producing, and sometimes I tell them stuff, but I think it's best for them to hear from somebody like yourself, from somebody else.
Who am I? Again, like I tell everybody, man, pick up Koala. It's less than I won't say less than a cup of coffee, but it's less than a.
Oh no, it's less than a cup of coffee.
It's less than a drink that you would buy at a bar around here.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, and it's so easy to use, man. And if you don't get it, you can watch any YouTube videos. It's very easy to figure out,
This real-
especially. Yes,
Real
sir.
one.
Yep.
Let me show the camera real quick. If y'all want to see it. I gotta change my camera. Oh, I could put up Tone. He got it better.
And
Mine's got
last-
the Eddie Van Halen
Yeah,
pattern.
sure.
And you can even customize a pattern behind it, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You can make the pattern do different things.
That looks nice.
Is it this?
Yeah, oh yeah, it is $5. Okay.
Record.
Oh, that's like a. Oh, is this a MIDI? A MIDI format?
Yeah.
So I could like put sounds and then play it, record it, play it. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm still on.
oh, your camera right here behind me.
Oh, right here. Like you can do this if that
Nice.
interests you.
It's like.
But
real,
for $5, man,
here, let me
you
see
got
that.
a quality tool that you can make
So here you
fine
go.
beats on.
It's real bright. I know I can't really like dim the brightness for y'all unless I like turn off the lights. Maybe let me see what happens. Nah, that didn't help. That did not help. So
Yeah, man.
it looks sexy for y'all who couldn't see it. It looks sexy.
Yep.
But
It's much cheaper than buying an MPC or Fruity Loops or FL Studio, whatever it's called now.
true. That is true.
$200.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're getting a cracked copy, but I don't know if they still do that.
One last question for me. Is there anybody else out there that you like to give a shout out to? Any loved ones you want to say, hello to?
Hi, everybody. Please continue to support Rooted 313 podcast. We are on YouTube. The guests that we've had have been some local DJs, not to make them sound any lesser than any other DJ, We've had DJ Element. We've had Chris Villa on the show. We've had Rob Swift of the legendary X-Men Executioners on the show.
What? Shoot.
DJ Mellow D from Be Junkies.
Nice.
DJ Spinner, the illustrious DJ Spinner from Brooklyn. We've had Big Ken from Chicago on the show. It's a good show, man, especially if you're interested in DJ culture or music in general. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Shoot, thank you for coming out.
Anytime, man.
Appreciate what you do.
I'm a member of this community now, man, so anything I can do, I'm here.
I'm at the gunshots. That's definitely Detroit right there.
That's
I'm
so
not violent.
stereotypical. So stereotypical of you, Jamaal. How do you know they're not cleaning up the streets out there, huh?
They're cleaning up downtown, that's for sure. Go Lions. Go Lions.
Lions representing.
That's my last
I'm a Raiders
word.
fan. Raiders for life. So
I just started watching football. I'm getting back into it. But shout out to Rooted Podcast. Shout out to all the old heads. Shout out, rest in peace to Prove Dilla. Shout out to everybody in Detroit. Y'all done produced one of the finest out here. He on this podcast. He's doing this thing. He's still out here. He continue with the legacy of Detroit right now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So word to that. Word to that. Word to that. Jamaal.
And we're heading out, and there will be messages at the break.
No, there won't.
Yeah, there will.
Oh, there will?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, y'all.
Valley of the Beats seeks music producers from Arizona for collaboration. We're working on 2 exciting secret projects. Your talent could make a difference. For inquiries, send a DM to @ValleyofTheBeats. Don't miss this opportunity.
On you, Jamaal.
All right. Welcome back to Valley of the Beats podcast. We got a very special guest with us. He's a producer, a rapper, and a rock artist.
Yes, sir.
Shoot.
Give it
I
up
was-
to the motherfucking COMPATALO. It's Comptalo, the cantaloupe, the motherfucking camouflage, the chameleon, the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? This like whatever C word you can think of that ends with an O, just come out with it. Give my man his respect and the props. Bro, how are you, bro?
Dude, I'm so good. I've been trying to be here for a minute, so thanks for having me.
Bro,
No problem. Yeah, it's definitely been a minute because I remember you probably asked at like February, the beginning of February or March. Something like that.
damn.
Stars
Yeah.
just never aligned, man.
Yeah, but I'm glad you're here. You know, I understand life be life and things been going on, so I'm glad you're here. So how things been going?
It's going good. Been really busy, studio work and stuff. But this year has just been recording music constantly. Just that's all I've done all year. And then my band that I'm in's been like really busy too. So it's just been a busy music year. But that's how we like it, you know. Stay
Okay.
busy, stay out of trouble, you know.
Okay, let's talk about your band. Like your band is an actual rock group. Like you guys play guitars, drums, everything.
Yeah, we're called Rattlesnake Suitcase. We're like a throwback rock act. We're actually doing a lot of cool stuff. We're making a movie and shit. Like we're just, it's been pretty crazy. It's been happening so quick. We've only been a band for like a year and a half, but we've done so many cool things so far. So
Wow. So you said you described yourselves as like old school rock. So like what type of bands would you guys compare yourself to?
like Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, like that vein of like, I don't know, like sleaze rock, I guess. I don't know what you'd call
Sleaze rock.
Why don't
Right.
you let me know what's up? What's up with what happened with the concert? Cause I know you was asking us to vote for you guys to perform at
The Bike Week.
Yeah, did you guys ever win that?
We got to the top 10, so now we have to perform at Harley Davidson, and then they pick like the top 4, and then those 4 bands are gonna open for the big band that's playing each 4 days of Bike Week in April.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like Stone Temple Pilots, Five Finger Death Punch, Mudvayne, and then some other band, Jackal, I think was their name. So it's like big bands. So we'll be opening for them if we win. So see how it goes.
Make sure y'all go vote for them. vote for them guys. You know what I'm saying? Get them in the door. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all also just performed at the Cardinal Stadium, didn't y'all?
Yeah, we did a huge cover gig there for like the tailgate that they do
Mm-hmm.
during the games and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool. It's pretty crazy to see what it's like before a football game starts. It's pretty chaotic. There's like military and dogs, and it's a whole thing. You got to have like credentials. It's pretty crazy.
They that hype. Why is the football players out there?
No, but it's just like they have like a shit ton of food trucks coming in and stuff. So it's like they have to have like you have to walk through all these metal detectors. Dogs have to smell your cars. It's pretty crazy.
So now, for those who don't know, Comptalo is a rapper and a rock artist. And now I remember we used to talk back, and you used to say that like you transition sometimes back and forth. What was leading into those transitions? Like what was making you feel like, nah, I'm gonna come back here, and then nah, I'm gonna stay over here.
Honestly, like it's all about like who's dropping music at I feel like Kendrick, anytime Kendrick drops something, I'm like immediately back into like the rap thing because I'm so inspired by the music he makes, and I always have been since he was before Overly Dedicated in Section 80. Like that's how long I've been listening to him. So like he's like the reason why I even wanted to rap. So anytime he drops something, man, like I'm on board. I'm back in the game. And then if the rock artist I like drops something, it inspires me to go write something. So constantly back and forth.
Nice. Now, obviously, recently, Kendrick had the battle, and I definitely want to hear your thoughts about that in particular, because that whole situation is just crazy.
I like Drake. Or no, I liked Drake, okay? But then I grew up, and then I became an adult, and then I was like, maybe I'm not into this. I feel like it's just youth, angsty kind of music. I don't know what the way to describe it is, but I feel like his music hasn't matured like Kendrick has since when he started. Drake's still the same Drake to me that he was on Nothing Was the Same. Like, he's still the same person to me when I listen to his music. I feel like there's no evolution in his music. Yeah, he sells more records, but, as I get older and I get into production, like, I want my albums to, like, mean something, I guess,
Yeah.
Be, like, introspective, make you think about your own, like, I was going through a lot when Mr. Morale came out, and, like, that album, like, really spoke to me and what I was going through at that time in my life. So, I mean, like, I need my music to speak to me that way, you know what I mean? So I didn't even need to hear any of the songs that I could tell you who was going to win that thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, like, to me, that's the difference between, mainstream commercial rap and just, like, the actual art. I feel like Kendrick is more towards the art of rap, the art of hip-hop, than not Kendrick, but Drake.
Yeah, and Drake is like, Drake always gonna be mainstream. He always gonna make a song that's gonna be a hit. It's gonna go on the radio. It's gonna boom in your speakers. It's gonna make you feel some way. Makes raps for teen. He's like he makes music for teenage girls.
Yeah, exactly. That was like my whole thing.
I ain't gonna say I don't listen to Drake because I still be bumping Wednesday Night Interlude. You know what I'm saying? 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Sitting up, chilling, but. Type stuff. Now, Comp, you also had a recent drop on Instagram. I saw it had like the whole superhero cover. I thought that was dope. It had like Captain America and shit on it. Like, that's some fire shit.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that? What was up with that?
So I've always like kind of produced my own stuff, but I met a producer on Instagram. His name's Jerome Duffy, and I heard his beats, and I'm like, these beats kind of like sound like a more lo-fi version of what I do. So I asked him to send me a beat. And then one beat turned into 3 beats, and then 3 turned into 10, and then 10 turned into 16, and I had a whole album just sitting there. Nice. So I decided to put out an album, and I usually theme all my albums around something. I try to keep a concept involved, so this one's kind of a concept again. Like, essentially the concept of the album is TikTok hates me, but I'm going to be, like, I'm the superhero fighting TikTok, because I do get a lot of hate on TikTok. People say I sound like shit, and, like, I get a lot, like, people be talking shit about me all the time on TikTok.
They're like, bro, you should stop, bro. I was like, you guys do not know who the fuck this dude is. Like, I'll never forget, bro, when you first sent me a beat, and, like, over time, I would listen to your music, I'd be like, where the fuck is he getting these samples from, bro? Like, and they were like really, really unique samples. They're not like I went on YouTube and I went on Arcade. No, like, these are like, and they have like a consistent sound too. I don't know if it's how you edit them, but like what's your process when it comes to producing and you making your beats? Like, where are you gathering this inspiration from this sound?
A lot of it is just like sitting at the computer and I have some like I cheat. I don't sample off vinyl. I need to do it, but I just rip a MP3 off YouTube, but I'll just go and listen to shit, listen to soul songs or Motown or like whatever, which is usually where I pull most of my stuff from. Lately I've been pulling my stuff from like a lot of foreign, a lot of like Bollywood movie soundtracks and stuff. That shit goes hard, dude. Like those samples are in. Anytime I make a sample like that, I'm like, damn, this is like some beat down shit right here. But yeah, so I'll usually either start with a sample and then build the song around the sample, or I'll go totally opposite and I like hear a drum beat that I like on another song and I'll try to emulate that same like drum pattern, and then I'll go and find a sample and then warp the sample to whatever tempo or whatever I'm working on at that time. It's different every time. I'd be high just doing shit. I don't know.
You smoke weed?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Big time. Big time.
I have to. I make weed songs, man.
Oh,
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. So, like, no. I'm not a hater, okay?
Uh-oh.
I'm not a hater. I just had to justify that. But, like, is it better to be a solo artist or is it better to work with a team?
That's a good question.
Well, I think being in a team is all about who your team is. Like, you pretty much need to trust your team with your life. And it's hard to find people with, like, that quality that you can trust, I had a band for Comptalo, and we just kind of fizzled out a little bit. But I find myself being able to like work easier by myself because there's not as many hands in the pot when it comes to like producing or instrumentation or whatever. I've been handling a lot of that myself this year. And
that's why I ask, because they'll be like, oh, I'll be like, man, I really want to build a team. And I'm like, you don't need it. They'll be like, oh, man, you're just, no, you like, hey.
I mean, at the end of the day, you need a team regardless, especially if you want to go far, whether it be a team of management or just having a band with you that, that everybody can get along, everybody can communicate with one another and, make things happen.
Yeah. And that's where I like, with Rattlesnake Suitcase, like those guys, the singer of the band, me and him have been like best friends for many, many years. So like we're like family, and the rest of the band has become family. And I feel like our team operates better because we treat each other like we're family. Like I would do anything for those guys. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's important for your team, is to have people that you feel that way about, where you're like, because when it comes to art, man, you're like putting your heart and soul into like this person's hands to do whatever with it, whether that be your financials or your beats or whatever, So I think it's just really important to trust is the biggest thing if you're going to have a team, which you're right. You do need a team to be successful.
Yeah, because like right now, I'll be looking at like different Arizona artists, like for example, Merkham's. He's pretty big out here. Even though he got a small team, he's doing a lot with that small team.
A lot. Where do you think you stand amongst like around your peers as far as a producer? Like, would you say you're like above them? Like, you got that shit? Like, you think if you had to step in a room with them, like you gonna captivate all the artists, or would you say like you wouldn't compare yourself? You're just unique in your own lane, and you appreciate anybody who appreciates that.
I think I am unique. I feel like my beats are really unconventional. I mean, I feel like they have qualities of being like what people, think when they hear a beat, I guess. I don't know. But my stuff is like, you listen to Tyler, the Creator, and like his shit is just like, the fuck is going on in this song? And I feel like a lot of my stuff is like that, because I take a lot of inspiration from him and Kanye. So it's like, I think, I do have that quality of being the odd man out and being weird. Like, I don't make beats that sound like anything. I'm out to make something unique sounding and not like a cookie cutter type beat,
That's why you're Comptalo. A lot of people don't know. People don't know that's a dope ass name. Like, where the fuck did that name even come from?
So I'm from Arizona. I've been here my whole life. I grew born and raised. In the 60s, 70s, and 80s, there was a show here called the Wallace and Ladmo Show, and it was like a big show for many, many years. My dad talks about it. I've never seen it because it was like before my time. But it was like a whole thing. They had like an amusement park here. It was like a big fucking deal. But there was a guy on the show that made the music for the show. He was like the house band, and his name was Candelo. And I really liked his music growing up. So I just mixed my last name, which my last name's Compton, and then I just mixed it with Candelo, and then it just became Comptalo.
Nice. Okay.
And then it became Comptalo, became a whole other thing, because when I work with a brass trumpet guy, his name's Danny T, and he will send me like multiple trumpet tracks or whatever it may be, and I'll comp all his takes together. So I feel like I've gotten like the names kind of turned into that too, because I do a lot of comping when I'm working on stuff like vocally and stuff. So
that definitely makes sense and definitely works out for you because the name stands out. I ain't gonna lie.
So you were the first guy to learn what a compilation means.
I ain't that old. I got gray hair. I ain't that old though, man.
It was definitely an inappropriate joke, but I ain't gonna describe what it means on this platform because we don't condone that type of stuff.
Well, okay, I ain't even gonna comment on that.
You need to settle down, bro.
All right, Comp. Before we play some beats, I got a very primary question. All right, I want you to name the top 3 producers that you think are out right now. Top 3 producers. They could be local or famous. Top 3. Your bag.
Does it have to be like right now, like new producers, or just whoever?
Who do you think? Like,
I'm gonna take it back to your conversation in the podcast before this, and I'm gonna say Kanye is my number 1.
Okay.
Better than Dilla?
Yes.
You know, he said it. I said it. I think Kanye.
He made Graduation, bro. Like, come on, dude.
Thank you. He made Graduation.
So that's number 1. Number 2's got to be Soundwave. I think Soundwave shit is just fucking, and it never misses, man. Every time I hear something from Soundwave, I'm like, damn, this is fucking good, and it's unique, you know. Like I can feel like when I hear a Soundwave beat, I'm like, this sounds like a Soundwave beat, you know. And then probably, honestly, Tyler. I think Tyler has that unique thing, and to me, I think he's, in a way, he stands above all those guys because, you know, he's playing the piano and he's doing like crazy shit, playing instruments, arranging different instruments that he doesn't even play. He can write sheet music. He's just on a different level than all those guys, I think. But I think influentially, Kanye's number 1.
And I also made an argument earlier that I think Tyler, the Creator, is about to be in the same realm with Kanye. Like, I think that should be an actual conversation, like Kanye and Tyler, because I feel like they got similarities and yet they're different.
In the same realm musically, yeah.
I feel like over time, I feel like he will influence the genre and make people realize that you can make rap music that sounds like that, you know?
It doesn't have to be always
trap hi-hats and fucking all types of the usual stuff, you know?
The bars and, you know, it don't gotta be the cliche shit that we make every day.
Yeah, like he doesn't need to do like double entendres and all this shit. Like he just seems really raw, you know what I mean? Straight to the point, no bullshit, no drama, nothing.
Well, I ain't gonna put him in the top. I ain't gonna say he top 3. I feel like, is that coming more off as a producer or more off as an artist? Like, would you say he's like
probably a mixture of both?
Mixture of both. It's a little bit of a bias, but he's still dope. He's still dope, especially with the bag that he came in when he started producing his own shit, playing the piano. Because I know this Chromacopia. Did you like it?
I thought it was good. I mean, I don't think it's as good as the internet says it is, but
right.
I think he's already made his.
I
think he's already made his best work. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I feel like with Chromacopia, we're just treading ground that we've already been on before, and I feel like that's not a quality that Tyler, the Creator, has carried his whole career. Every album was just fucking different from the other one, and I feel like this one sounds like a mixture of his last 3 albums grouped into one. It's not an evolution of his sound, you know?
I agree.
Do you guys think Igor was a step up? How do y'all feel about it? Or do you think like Igor was just the same as like Chromacopia?
I feel like that's the same vein.
I don't know. Like, Igor is a little bit different from Chromacopia, but even though it is different, it still had a little bit of similarities to his previous work. But I don't know. Like, I would have to actually go through his discography and just be like, this might be his best work right here.
I think Wolf is his best record. I think that was like his most like, I feel like we were treading into the pop sound at that time. Plus we still had some of the old like Yonkers type shit, and it was all mixed together. And I feel like to me that's like peak Tyler. And that was what made me fall in love with him in the first place, was how like back and forth he was with his sound, you know, just doing fucking, just like something from Damo 23 to going to fucking, I can't think of like Beamer or something, you know what I mean? Like I think there's just so much different stuff to be offered on that record. And then after that, he kind of just became like, this is the sound of my album, you know? I don't know.
So with your sound, you've had, Jamaal, I don't know if you've heard any, but this man has a shit ton of features, a shit ton. So, like, did any of the features impact you greatly, how you do music now? Do you feel like why do you get so many, why do you go for so many features, or how do you? Because a lot of artists out here are trying to collaborate a lot, and they're having trouble. Maybe some artists want them to pay. Maybe they're like, oh, I don't like the way this works, or they're not trying to collab. Like, how would you instruct or give any tips on, like, even producers, how would you give them instructions on how to collab with other people?
Like, honestly, man, like, I just shoot messages to shit tons of people on Instagram that I've met. Some people will try to charge me when they shouldn't be charging me.
Why is that?
Like, you shouldn't be charging me if your listener count's like 100, dude. Like, I mean, you shouldn't. Like, I mean, unless that's how you want to run your business, but you'll in my opinion, you're never going to get anywhere doing that. You need to network with other people. For me, my favorite features to work with consistently is either my buddy Pat's out of Canada. He's a really good friend of mine, and then Nutter Tud out of town. And me and Nutter have done shit ton of songs together, and we've talked about doing like a collab tape together. But he's always been my favorite person to work with. He's such a nice person, and I genuinely feel like he's my friend because we've known each other for so long, you know.
Down to earth guy. Shout out Nutter Tud. That guy's like, I remember I went to his performance. He convinced everybody to sit on the floor and just vibe out like on some kumbaya shit. Like if we would have had a campfire, like.
Nice.
But I feel like I learned a lot of what I do now in rap from working with him directly. Because when I first started working with him, like I wasn't anything close to what I am now, and I feel like I've looked up to him in a way, and his style has influenced mine. Just being around him, you know, and he kind of like, in a way, taught me how to rap without doing, like, actually physically teaching me, you know, just watching, listening to his music and how he does things, even with his band when he was in Optimistical, like all that stuff, you know.
Nice. With that being said, let's actually get into your beats. Beats.
I was just gonna say, are you gonna work with Vamp again, or are you guys having like?
Yeah, I actually have a song in the canon right now. I'm working on a couple different projects right now, but he's on a song that I just did recently, which is the first song we've done together in a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's play some beats, man.
Let's get to it. Coochie. It sounds like she's saying coochie.
Okay.
What the fuck? that was a tight drop.
Definitely got a lot of space for rappers to get on.
Can I join you on this?
If you want, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Let's get into the next one. I like that.
Oh, yo, definitely, bro. I'm trying to drop another feature next, so definitely. That shit was hard.
We'll do this one right here. Yeah, let's go with this guy.
Androids have such a weird way of organizing their files. Sound like some Adult Swim,
We have a commercial, Adult Swim commercial.
Afro samurai fight scene type shit. boy Madlib in the building now. What the fuck? Oh shit! Hey, that's gas.
This is actually for a song that I'm working on right now. I already have like vocals for it and everything.
These type of beats that I've heard so far, we need to put you in that Phoenix hip hop compilation. Like, for real, like people are rapping to those type of beats.
I'm down, man. I'm trying to get involved in the community, you know?
I was like, when you talk, you gotta get more in the
Oh,
microphone.
my bad.
That's a bass guitar.
That little,
Yeah.
Wow, pedal.
Want another one?
Hell yeah.
Give us one more. Yeah, that shit was that's gas, bro. I knew you were in your bag as a producer, but like to actually get to hear your beats versus like just hearing like the songs you sing,
Yeah.
like that is.
It's a different beast, you know? Let's see here. Let's go with something different here.
How long have you been producing for?
2009.
So that's a good.
You played all this?
That like light piano in the back is a sample, but everything else I did. So the bass guitar, the keyboards, all that shit.
Nice.
And then obviously the fucking vocal sample.
And do you record this into a DAW or?
Yeah, I use Ableton.
Okay. This is definitely like a Kanye vibe, like 2002, 2003 Kanye.
I would say more Logic.
I mean, they both kind of, you know.
Like Logic would get on here. I knew I was black, but thought I was white. My daddy called me a nigga, but my mama was white. I didn't know what to do. That's a fire beat. Logic, don't touch that beat.
Yeah, no.
You definitely ruin it. If you say anything about your parents being biracial,
It's so funny. I was having a conversation with my wife's sister, and we were talking about Kendrick, and I was like I'm dying on the hill. Kendrick's the best rapper of all time. That's just my
Same.
personal thing,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But she was arguing with me, and her like argue point was Logic is better, and I was like, don't do that, dude.
Logic,
Don't do that, dude. Hey, just stop. Just stop.
like Logic is cool, but you gonna compare Logic to Kendrick? Come on.
It's not the same.
They tried to argue in high school that Logic was better than Chance the Rapper. I was like, you fucking drunk. Get out of here.
Nah,
Y'all heard that new song he did with Toby Ingwe?
no.
That shit is hard, bro. Oh my God. This man Chance, they said they was talking down on my name. I'm coming for a comeback.
I love my wife.
Hey, some songs on that
Oh,
that
dude, I
album
hated
were
that album.
boppers. What? Oh, comp. So I was thinking about it as you were playing these beats. A lot of y'all have probably never. I've been to his house. I've been to your house. When I walked in, was it expected? No, but was it expected? Yes. Not only does it's like when you walk in, it's a shit ton of records.
Mm.
Then you go to the back, and the band room looks phenomenal. I mean, like, yo, the setup. It let me know, like, oh, I'm not taking this serious enough. Like, that's dedication. Like, not only having a band set up, but having a mic set up, having a room set up, producing all your own shit. I feel like you took being an artist to like the extreme. You took it to like, I do this shit for real. You fuck with nobody, say I do that shit. I got people here who do that shit. I know people who do that shit, and I do that shit, and I ain't gotta brag about it. That's what I felt like when I walked in. I was like, I gotta get me this.
I feel like my family has always been a big music family. but I'm the first one to do music in my family, so I feel like I have an obligation to my family, like a legacy to like do it for real, you know, instead of just being an appreciation, have an appreciation for it, you know. Like, so I have like, you know, the Compton family's all been into music regardless of what music it is. So I'm like the first one to really have that come to fruition and be a reality, you know.
And they support you all the way.
Oh yeah, my dad and my mom are at like everything that I do.
Shout out to them, because you know there's a lot of people that do music but just don't get that support, especially from their families. So that's huge, you know.
Yeah, it's important. You
Favorite
know?
song from you was my first favorite song that I heard that caught my attention was "Stop Calling Me."
Yeah, that was the song that I can't get away from now. I did it, and now that's the song that defines me now, and like I feel like I've grown so much since that time, you know. So I feel like I'm trying to like show that I'm more than that. You know what I mean?
Oh, you definitely have. That was just my like. I don't want to tie that on to you.
Oh no, you're good, bro. You're
that
good.
was like, yeah.
It's my most streamed shit, so I can't like talk that much shit about it. You know, it's done good for me.
I'll also never forget how we met.
Ha ha ha. Hey man, no one cares that you're the greatest rapper in Phoenix.
Never forget. That made so many people. And Comp came in the comments like, "Fuck you," and I was like, "Fuck you." He's like, "You know what? Let's make a song, dog." I was like, "Sure, bro." Fuck yeah.
So with that being said, we're gonna head out.
Is there anybody you want to shout out? We can't leave without you shouting out.
Shouts out my mom and dad. Shouts out to my wife. Shouts out to my fucking cat and my dog. Shouts out fucking Danny T. Shouts out the Humanauts. Shouts out fucking Zach O'Meara. Shouts out fucking Pats. Shouts out Nutter Tut. And shouts out Phoenix, man. Wouldn't be able to do any of this shit without Phoenix, so.
Phoenix representing. People need to check Phoenix out. We got a lot of talent here, especially this man right here. He got a lot of talent. The world need to check out for him.
Appreciate you guys having me, man.
No problem.
Yeah.
And there will be messages at the break.
Valley of the Beats seeks music producers from Arizona for collaboration. We're working on 2 exciting secret projects. Your talent could make a difference. For inquiries, send a DM to @ValleyOfTheBeats. Don't miss this opportunity.
All right, we're back with Valley of the Beats, the podcast. Our last but not least guest. These women are a group that has came to my show and showed out. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys surprised me, because this was like pretty much the first time I heard you guys' production. So let's go down the line. Introduce yourselves.
All right. My name is Kosi OG. I am 1 out of 3 of KISS.
My name is Sydney, but I go by Sage, 2 of 3 of KISS.
My name is Sid, or Sidra, and I go by Sid the Kid.
Nice. So, how y'all doing today?
Doing really good. Yeah.
That's
Good
good.
Saturday.
And my very first question is, how did you guys get into music production? Because I know Kosi from before, and at the time she was not producing. So,
I was not.
so how did all you guys, I should say women, excuse me, I need to work on that. How did all you women get into music production?
Do you want like the individual stories first and then how
You
we
want to
became
kick
a
it off,
group?
Coco?
Yeah, we can do individual stories.
Okay. I actually have always been interested in the music scene. I have a homie, Emmett Wisco, shout out to Color 8. I used to kind of follow him around to like his shows, his studio sessions, all that. It was just really just interested in like curious about the whole music production scene. And then I actually started managing an artist, Kel That Raps. Shout out Kel. He's a rapper from Florida. He's from Daytona, but he's in Jacksonville right now. But working with him, I've also really started to get more interested into the music production and wanting to learn more about connecting with like producers and everything like that. And so I just kind of hung out around the scene, and then I met Sid and Sage at a locals only show. Shout out Ronnie and Juno. Just walked up to them and was like, hey, I was doing some video and I was like, can I get an interview of y'all? And we shared a blunt and we started talking, and Sage pulled up one day with a beat machine and we started playing around with it. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, and even before then, Kel and I did a interview with you, Jamaal.
Yeah.
And I know you were, calling us artists and producer, Kel artist, me producer. And I was just like, oh, I'm not a producer. But I feel like it was really just, long story short, just manifested. And here I am now. So.
Cool.
Absolutely. Well, for me personally, I was brought into music within my family. I'm the youngest of 4. My mom played the piano. My dad played various brass instruments. Me and my siblings, woodwind, 2 clarinet, 1 saxophone. I played the flute piccolo. So for me personally, since growing within music, I wanted to learn music in a more different way with getting a beat machine, a Kai live too. So with me making that purchase last year, actually around the time I met them,
Oh, yeah.
I actually got
Shout
that
out
now I'm
Bumble
thinking
Beats.
about it. But yeah, so that's why I ended up getting into producing, because for me, I hear everything.
Yeah.
I hear that violin in the back. I hear that flute. I hear that little jazzy piano, saxophone, things of that nature. So I really wanted to build my own production, and just having background as a drum major. I was the first female drum major at my university. Shout out to University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. In 2016, I was the first female, the 4th in history at my university.
Wow.
Recently in October, I got a shout out through the Shade Room for representing women that were drum majors within their university, and it doesn't matter if they were current or alumni. So that was shout out to Shade Room. But yeah, for me personally, I knew that I wanted to do it with a group of women. So here I am.
Nice. Sage?
Kind of like what she was saying. For me, when I hear music, I hear everything. I just really had a passion for music at a young age. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I wanted to do when it came to music, but I could rap, I could sing at one point. And just really a creative in general. So I was just always in music spaces without even trying. All my friends are creatives. So, I helped write a lot of music, helped plan like music videos and stuff like that. But when I met Coco and Sid, it kind of like clicked, because it's like, okay, this is a whole nother lane that I never really tapped into. So they're both creatives as well. So we clicked automatically, and then it kind of just became that, like, just off of meeting each other that one day. So,
But I'm definitely like really curious, because you guys could have met up and just did something else. Like, what was really the thing that really brought you together as far as like doing music production? Because I got friends that I'm cool with, they may rap or whatever, but I never want to work with them because we just got different agendas or whatever. So what was that thing that just made y'all say we need to work together? That one particular thing.
I think we was just kind of fucking around one night. Really, it wasn't on no like, I don't even think we really knew each other's skills when we first met each other. I know Sid brought over her beat machine, and then we were just kind of fucking around, and then wait a minute.
What was the first time you brought that over? Like, how did that happen? I can't
I
remember.
wanted, honestly, it was like last October, because I bought it over the summer, because I learned how to make beats the year prior. So really 2022, I started in Chicago before I moved here. And then I wanted to get my own, because that was my friends before I moved. So I'm like, all right, I need to get my own. I got to get back to it. So the summer, I was like on YouTube, learning the things a lot about it, because a lot of technology and the things you got to know, the ins and outs. So with her having her background technology and getting to know both these ladies, I brought it over. It was like literally last October. We made that spooky beat.
Yeah, we were at your house. We
Was
came
it my
over. I
house?
think that's what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
came
lost
at
the
your
beat.
house. Yeah, and then we lost the beat.
Yeah.
I took a nap. Like, we started, and like we made a fire ass beat. And like
Fire.
I think I took a nap on the couch, and I woke up and it was quiet. And they holding their heads, and I was like, "What happened? Like, did y'all download the beat?" And they said we lost it. I was like, "Damn."
Yeah, 'cause I was still a newbie. I did something, double saved it, lost it, whatever. Yeah, so it was just for us. I think we were able to agree. It wasn't like, oh, I don't like that. Somebody was like, I do like that. We were
It really
always
flowed.
agree.
Yeah.
So once we were able to realize we kind of like see things, she could hear something. I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
And then she'd come around like with a beat pattern or like a little tempo,
little
like
drum.
a rhythm.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, keep that going, and then I'm like putting it all
She
together.
put her music expertise on it and everything. Yeah.
It just makes sense. It's not forced. So I think that's just why we made it this far too.
Yeah.
And I find that very important because sometimes you could be like the best collaborators, but maybe terrible friends. But you guys seem like y'all have both. Like y'all have the friendship and the willingness to, hear each other out when it comes to making beats.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think during any of the times that we've been recording that we've had like an argument or like felt like overshadowed or like, slighted in the least. Like we all just like, okay, what did you say? Okay, cool. Like add that back. You know what I mean? So
yeah, we very patient with each other. I think
the flow, all of our energy really
other.
match, and it's like that's what's helped us too.
Nobody's like big headed or anything.
Right,
we really
right.
listen. We're like teachers and a student all at the same time.
So, what was the hardest thing you guys had to learn about music production? Like, is there anything in particular that it just like, I need to work on this, or?
I feel like when we were getting ready for the showcase in July, because prior to that, Sage will pull up with the beat machine, the Akai Bumble Beats. That's the name of our the machine. Mm-hmm. But she pull up and it'd be real chill. Like we, to take our time and just make something. It'll be fun. And then when we started actually making something for a showcase, it got really intense.
That's when it got
really intense because we're like, okay. And I think we had to learn how the actual structure and like learn what a program versus sequence is versus a WAV file versus like stacking stuff on each other. So we had to really actually learn the technical structure of it. And so I feel like that was our biggest like challenge, especially because we were crunching in on the timeline and like, we all got things going on. We all work 9 to 5s. Someone's a mom. Sis a barber. I do videography. So trying to just make time. Sage live in Queen Creek, so it's just like we just had to figure that out. And I would say that was probably the biggest challenge.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Everything Coco said. Literally, because I'm like, wait, we're on a time crunch.
Yeah.
Can we just be la la la? Like we don't have to worry about it. We're like, oh wait, people gonna be there. Our name is on the line. Like, this is our first anything ever outside of, like, my house or her house. So that was, like, a really big thing, but I'm glad we stuck it through.
Nice. How much time did you guys have before the show?
What? I feel like the show was, I think, on the 27th or something of July. You might have hit me up, like, 2 or 3 weeks prior to that.
Yeah.
So about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. I should have.
No, like, hey,
you know what they say,
did it.
pressure make diamonds. Like that shit, like really helped us for real.
Stomping grounds.
Yeah,
We could laugh at it when we, have our driver.
And one more question before I move on. But what was the experience like as far as like doing that show? Because there was a lot of people there that night.
There was.
The experience was amazing, actually. I think that going into it, we were so nervous because of just like all the work that we had put in. We didn't know if people were gonna like it, but like hearing all the artists before us, it's like everybody is so different and so welcoming. Like it's just art. It's just art, period. So like show your shit, and then people, if they fuck with it, if they don't, like who cares? Like it was just a really like positive vibe, in my opinion.
That's good. Like,
For me, I really enjoyed the energy that I got from the crowd because I was just like a little nervous. It was just a new environment for me, but actually seeing them like bobbing their head and like moving around, doing a little dance. Even one person started to like freestyle. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like it was just very comforting. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like I feel like it was nerve wracking up until the moment we got on stage. Like we also like we literally documented the entire process from like hours up into the showcase, and I turned it into a mini doc that you can find on YouTube at COCOGTV. So, or on our Instagram page, Kids Username Not Found. The link is in the bio. So check out the mini doc. You'll see us stressing out like 12 hours before the show, and then the show, and then we in the parking lot talking our shit afterwards. So,
Right.
So yeah, it was a roller coaster of emotions. Like I definitely feel like it was, it was just that time crunch. It was just, we were kind of nervous, like she said, about, okay, this is the first time we doing it. We don't know if people gonna rock with it. Like we kind of first time producers. We don't know if it's gonna be what everybody expect. But once we got on stage, like and seeing people kind of bob to it, I was still nervous. I ain't gonna lie, but like it was nice, like, you know, seeing everybody accept our work so well, and like, you know, really, I know I left proud of us because I'm like, dang, we really did that shit. Like,
Right.
there was a time like I think we lost the entire project at some point.
You know,
Like,
we did.
we had to figure it out. Like,
I
there
don't
was
know
so
what it
much
is with
stuff,
losing
bruh.
stuff, but
Bruh.
yeah.
We had to learn how to organize all
Yeah.
our stems and all our stuff. Like, even learn the term. Like, you know, like I said, like, we definitely newbies, but like my good friend Danny said, you know, you can be anything, start anywhere. So
Yep.
I'm really proud of us. So I think it was a good experience overall too.
Shoot, that's beautiful. Like, I don't know what to say, but it's like, I'm glad that it happened for y'all. Like, I ain't got no words to explain it, but yeah, I'm happy. Like,
You've been super
Appreciate
supportive.
it. Yeah, you made it
Shout
happen.
out to
low-key,
Jamaal.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mom.
Shout out Jamaal.
Okay.
appreciate it. So far as your guys' next move, what are you guys gonna start producing for artists, or are you guys still gonna be like trying to do shows, or like what's the next move for Kiss?
I don't know if
Great
we
question.
Yeah, I was like, I don't
We
know
haven't
if we
even talked-
discussed that. Yeah, like we
Since we're here.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like we still trying to
talking
find a
about it
good
right
schedule
now.
to link up. You know, like I said, we all busy, but yeah, I mean, I know some of us, we want to DJ. I think it would be cool to produce for, personally, I think it'd be cool to produce for artists. So yeah, all that.
I think we should do some more shows.
Some more shows, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
'Cause-
I want to be opposed to live shows personally. Like, we create a beat on the spot.
Yeah.
And with me being the one that played the flute,
Yeah.
it's at a
Yeah, Ben
track.
asked me to pull up with the flute, man.
So like we all have like I all agree with them too, but I think we just want to do all of that, like just everything.
Yeah.
I believe that if you keep working at this and just like, you know, you can actually find a venue and just do your own show. Like, but if y'all just really just work on that, I think y'all can be at like the next big festival out here in the AC. You know, like I can see that for
I
you.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shoot, how much time we got left? 15 minutes. I'm like running out of questions because we got so much information just from those questions alone. That's the crazy part. But as far as you guys' future, like, where do you see yourselves like 5 years from now?
Individually or as the KISS group?
Well, I'm both.
Well, as a group, we're definitely doing those festivals, not only in the
Yeah.
state but like around this state and other various countries. I personally see me being able to like help other artists. I would like to put on for other like groups in general. Anything dealing with women, I'm all for it. And our kinfolk, of course. And just personally, I would like to learn other instruments. That would be really dope for me.
Definitely. Like, far as myself, I'm definitely going to try to purchase a guitar and a bass guitar.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I started on it and then I kind of left it alone because it is hard to learn, but obviously I got to keep at it in order to get better, and that's the most important thing. So,
Yeah,
With
my goal
anything.
is piano. I definitely want to learn the piano within the next 5 years. I also see myself making some more films for sure. I see myself, hopefully like hopping on, like, just either in the background, like really kind of in the background, hopping on a tour like with Kel and like, helping him, tour globally and everything like that too. And just really kind of, I want to create like this, this creative art house, like this production house for like me and the homies and everything like that. Like, I really do believe that, anybody can be anything, and sometimes it just takes just some support. Somebody just, tell them like, hey, like, you really want to do this, I got you, but, you got to show up. But I'm here to support you. And I really kind of want to create an environment where like artists can do that for each other, both here in Arizona and Jacksonville, Florida, and, anywhere else like God takes me. So.
No, I ain't gonna cap. I've been sitting back here being quiet and whatnot, letting Jamaal run the thing 'cause I'm on the board. But let me ask y'all something. Where y'all get y'all style from? You feel what I'm saying? Y'all came here fleeked out.
Drip. It's Kiss. It's a Kiss thing. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
She got the
out.
hair. She murdered a badger for that bitch. Then she came with your chill.
Oh, always.
Look,
I'm
always,
always chilling.
always.
Always chilling.
So like, where y'all get y'all? Do y'all feel like y'all style is collective, or y'all got y'all own individual thing?
Definitely individual, I would say, but it still all comes together.
It's cohesive. Yeah.
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 So individually, if y'all had to describe y'all sound, how would y'all describe it? Like
Our sound individually?
yeah, like how would you describe your style?
Style.
So,
Oh, well, I'm not from here. I'm from Chicago. So.
What sound?
All right. Sounds crazy. You know, for me, it's just Chicago fashion is just something you'll see with Kanye West. You know, like the big baggy jackets, nice pieces. Gotta have the jewelry, bold statements. Anything with the shoes, gotta be fly. So for me, being on the West Coast, you can't do too many layers. It's very hot. So I try to add a little West Coast with the Midwest type of vibe. So like, yeah, I just be real chill.
For me,
Yes, yeah, well, you don't be quiet. Come on now. Be loud
for
and proud about
me,
yourself.
I feel like my style is always chill, but I'm a barber, so my passion is hair. So I feel like my hair is like the main attraction when it comes to my like style, and I'll do chill and I do like a little piece.
You cut hair?
I do.
Like for real? Like certified? You?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can follow
She
my
got
Instagram.
certified.
Yeah, we all do
Certified.
different things.
Certified.
I model. Like we all do different stuff outside of music. Like
Right.
yeah.
I'm guessing you a gamer.
no, I feel like my style for real. I feel like I'm still trying to figure it out, curate it. But I do know a lot of it has to be practical. With being a videographer and having so many gigs, like I need to be comfortable, but also be able to move around, but also do like stylish stuff. This shirt is actually Forgiven Flavors. This is my nephew's line. Shout out nephew. Shout out Jacob. You know what I'm saying? So.
Shout out nephew.
Okay,
nephew.
Yeah, you know,
Jacob.
nephew doing his thing. Shout out nephew. Shout out Jacob. They know nephew.
Jacob.
Nephew from Chicago too. Shout out. You know what I'm saying?
That's little nephew.
But yeah, I think a big part of my style is definitely also supporting the homies. So anybody got like any kind of line or anything like that, like I'm quick to like cop it and rock it. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now y'all are all female group, and like I was asking y'all earlier, it's a lot of female groups like TLC. You got On Road. You have the Destiny's Child. Does any female group inspire y'all? I know y'all said y'all came together on y'all own accord, but do y'all ever look up and be like, damn, we kind of like that, like? Do y'all ever take inspiration from any?
I think I'm inspired by y'all.
I was about to say we don't.
Yeah,
look
I'm like, we
at-
really ain't even ever
No,
compared
we
ourselves to
inspire
nobody.
I
Yeah.
feel like we inspire
Yeah.
ourselves. 'Cause
Yeah,
I don't
inspire
really
each
know
other.
any like a female producer group, like maybe like an artist, but like just strictly like behind the scenes. Like I haven't really. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. But.
This the one, Jamaal. This the one. I talked to Jamaal about like a lot of like the like the people who make it the farthest are the ones who start songs that has never been started. Like with Jamaal doing the podcast of doing like Valley of the Beats and interviewing producers. Me trying to do
That's
tight
fire.
beats
Facts.
for a local artist because a lot of people get their beats off YouTube. But y'all are like the first female producer group known to Arizona. As far as this platform goes, it's the only platform for producers. So whoever said they did it first, fuck them. Y'all. You know what I'm saying? So like, do y'all ever look at yourselves and be like, damn, we the first, we really did that shit. Do y'all ever take pride in that?
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think so, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it's just like an internal thing because we just show up as it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
nothing
saying? Like we
is-
don't have to say it. Like we are it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
know?
Nothing is like really forced between us at all.
Nothing is
like,
forced.
We just come together organically, like get on the Akai and start vibing. Or, like even we talked about what we wanted to wear tonight, and we still just showed up as
No one
ourselves.
responded.
No one responded in the group chat. And we're like, all right, we just gonna show up as ourselves, and
Right. We're
it
like,
still
okay.
looked fire. They pulled up and I was like, okay, we all got the light skin pants on,
on,
like
right.
still coordinated without even discussing it. So,
Right,
like,
comfy, cute.
yeah.
Do y'all ever feel like y'all gotta like stand for like something as being a woman group? Like, it's important to be a woman in the group, or do y'all feel like y'all more embodying the feeling of being the artist, being the producer when you out there?
That's a good question. I feel like both. But for me, I think it'll be, for me personally, I feel like more just like the artist in general because I just love music, being a creative so much. So like when I'm in the moment, like I'm in the moment just for the masses in general.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I do it too for the love of the art. But I do think it is important. It's really dope that, you know, 3 Black women, you know, we can stand here and hopefully inspire the next generation of little Black girls who want to, you know, make music.
Something different.
Yeah. Or do anything they want to do, really.
Absolutely. My daughter sometimes make a beat with me.
Facts.
Oh, yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it ever hard to balance being in a group? Because y'all got, like you said, some moms, you know, hair, photography, and the videography. Is it ever hard to like balance that between y'all schedules? Maybe you got a show like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Like I said, she in Queen Creek. So,
Yeah.
or Santan or something. She far.
I'm
Like,
dedicated, so I'm gonna make the drive.
Facts. And sometimes, like, you know, she'd be like, hey, Sitter, then pull up, you know,
Like,
show
I
up. And I'd
made
be
dinner.
like,
Y'all gotta pull up on me.
all right,
you
Sid,
know?
come on,
we
get in the
gotta go
car. We
there.
got a little
Yeah.
hike, and we drive down there and meet her there. So, like, yeah, so I think we all 3 of us are definitely dedicated, and we definitely understand that, you know, we gotta, you know,
Life is
life.
life.
Yeah.
It happens.
And there's 3 phenomenal Black women in one group making amazing art and doing amazing things. What's something y'all hope to accomplish for each other, with each other?
Great question.
I just hope I can, like, I hope we live the lives that we were able to live the lives that we imagine and we dream and we strive for. That's what I hope.
Just
for
having
us.
really
Well
like
said.
creative freedom.
Yeah.
Like we're all so like versatile. Like I think that if this could like, you know, create that for us, you know what I mean? We can use KISS to do videography and modeling, and it can all be one thing eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. It's a sense of collaboration.
Yeah.
It's a collab. It's a collab.
You can't put us in
The
a
teams.
box. Yeah,
Nah.
we're so unconventional as a group. So I really do see us in the future, and I really hope that we all prosper in our own individual endeavors and also as a group simultaneously.
Facts.
And what would y'all say, like, if y'all had to pick something from each one of y'all team members, was there anything that y'all learned from each other specifically? Maybe like you learned a sense of doing this. Maybe you learned how to do your kicks better. Is there anything that y'all feel like significantly y'all learned during y'all careers?
The technology behind my machine, because she teaching me stuff, and I'm like, I bought the thing. You know, like
My 9 to
okay,
5
you
is
teaching
IT,
me.
so
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, thank God. Like, if it was for her, I wouldn't have been able to do a lot of stuff. So, and then with
Facts.
Sid, like I said, like she be hearing some stuff that be like, add this,
Yeah.
add that, and I'm like, I had never had thought of that.
we
But
be,
yeah, it goes. Like, it makes sense.
yeah, we be stuck, and like Sid be like, hold
Give
on,
me
y'all.
here,
And
right? Like she moved.
I'll be like, okay, yeah, that
yeah.
worked.
It was
Like,
off
okay,
tempo, but now we're
cool.
back
Yeah,
on
exactly.
tempo.
She hear,
Okay.
she
Like,
hear when
what?
it's off or something. She be like, hold on, y'all, we got to redo that. And we be like, what you talking about?
Redo
We
it,
play it back and
redo
be
it.
like, oh,
I'm a
okay,
queen
like,
of
she do it.
Stickler. Oh my
She
gosh.
is, yeah.
I'm the queen of redo it.
Facts,
Mhm.
facts.
And I feel like Coco, she's so poised and so calm.
She's the
And I'm
balance, okay?
so, I feel like me and Sid are more like hyperactive. I don't know about hyperactive, but you know, just like energetic, and she just keeps everything leveled. Especially
It's the
when it came
Capricorn
to
in
the
me. I'm so practical.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all, we got an hour before the showcase.
Yes,
we
she's
need
definitely.
to.
Yeah.
And I'm an
render.
Aries, so I'm, you know, that fire. I can't help it sometimes.
Y'all like the Black Powerpuff Girls.
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said.
That's
yeah.
our group chat picture.
Yeah, that's actually our
By
Abby
the
on
way-
Instagram.
That's the picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it down packed. Do y'all feel like y'all ever make up for things y'all might lack in y'all group? Like each one of y'all pick up off of something?
Absolutely. Naturally, again, everything is so natural.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the things we struggle with are things that we can't really control, which is like time,
Right. Distance.
you know, and distance.
Yeah,
You
right.
feel me? Like, so, like I said, it flows so well. So I feel like,
So let's get into the beats real quick. And is your phone connected to the Bluetooth?
It should be. Let me see.
And before we start
Yes.
playing the beats, I gotta say this, and this is just a little advice. Take it, leave it. But you guys need to post on social media. post. Get on radio shows, online radio shows, network, because I think y'all got something special, and y'all need to talk, speak, whatever you need to do. Y'all need to get out there and just be the best that you can be, because one, life is short, and the other part is if you don't try to do that, you know, a lot of people don't feel like they need to post on social media. Like, I know some rappers, you know, that I've actually worked with, they don't feel like, oh, I don't need a post. I just need to work on my music. I'm like, that's only
Ain't nobody gonna hear it.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
You
you
don't know
gotta
who's watching.
you gotta
Right.
be a presence on social media. You gotta be a presence with.
I just started, huh?
Yeah, we
For the
we
most
brand
part,
new.
yeah.
It's our third day out here type shit.
As a group, third day out here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
y'all fresh?
Yeah.
No, like publicly, yes. Well, I would say we've been working on beats since like last year, but like doing these type of shows and podcasts, like this our third day out here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm telling you, it's a
just-
genuine friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we've been chilling.
That means, oh, y'all in the making. That's a follow from that. They in the making.
Yeah.
And you gotta check out our documentary too.
Hey, shout out to them for just starting their podcast. I mean, not their podcast, they group. 3 black women making some powerful music. You know what I'm saying? They out here shaking ass and throwing money. Shaking ass.
Go check out the doc. The mini
Go
doc.
check out the documentary if y'all can hear me on the mic. Check out the documentary.
It's called the first. Ooh, it's actually called The First Kiss. I forgot to give y'all the title of the doc. The First Kiss.
The first kiss.
First
Every
Kiss.
kiss begins with
Okay.
I got a partner with them on that shit.
Facts.
Okay. Get that bag.
Now it's time to get these beats cracking.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and fade it in.
Okay. Yeah, this first one is actually the beat pack that we did for the showcase.
Oh,
So
okay.
we'll play a little bit of that.
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, we can hear it.
You're playing in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, I did. I am.
I've heard it in a minute.
I know for real.
It's been a little minute.
This will go crazy at the Valley Bar. Like, especially with
They did
all
not
those people.
expect that. They didn't expect
People
this
fuck
vibe.
with it.
Okay, this
Fades right
That's
there.
it. Shit.
You said this what?
That's it.
Music.
I'll take it off on that.
Like,
I like that.
in foreign countries, they
Yeah, that was
really-
it.
like,
Oh, was
really
it?
like
Okay.
EDM.
Shoot.
Really, they
EDM is fire. I love EDM.
like techno vibe.
House
Yeah.
music. House music.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then this one came from our very own Sage, from her little personal collection right here. So it's called Can't Let Go.
Get ready to dance.
Sensual seduction.
There you go.
Make you want to juke.
For Chicago. Apology. Yeah, get that talent.
Do you make house music too? Like the traditional Chicago house music?
Yeah, I actually recently been reaching more into that because it was more like lo-fi music when I started off, and now it's been like transferring more like house.
Well, I got you on Instagram. If you ever make like any more house mixes for real and you want to go perform them, my dad is like a house DJ, so he can perform them out here with guys like Andre. I don't know if you know who Peanut is. We just talk about them on the previous. So like they be on the, we'll go to the park. They'll be on a big stage and everything, and DJs just swap out and stuff.
What?
If you ever wanna come play,
See,
I can
that
make
no
you
that
play.
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely.
They looking for people to play. Let me know.
Okay, say less. I appreciate it.
So you got one more?
I think that's what we got. Yeah.
Play my favorite one, please.
You want green apple, don't
I
you?
love.
Oh yeah,
That
she went to
beat.
Greek. Yeah,
She had Green
It's a
Apple.
slower
I don't-
beat,
Yeah,
but
I don't think I
it's
got it.
Oh no, I got you.
Phenomenal.
About to send it.
Send
Oh,
it,
I
yeah.
got it.
She said, "I got it."
I got it.
I know
I'ma
you
send
got it.
over.
What makes that song your favorite?
It's just so detailed. I really like lo-fi music. It's like background music. So I don't think that any like an artist would get on it necessarily, or maybe I don't know. But it's just something you would play like at a really low key bar, or like you'll understand when we play it. Oh yeah.
There it goes. Green apple.
I just found all of it.
I actually made this before I moved here. So yeah, that's what I was saying. I started off with lo-fi. So this is one
Chimes.
I would definitely have one.
You can like I think you can really do anything with this.
Somebody at the showcase started like singing to it. That's also in the movie. Whichever camera I'm working with.
That's dope. That's
The electric
dope.
guitar.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard.
I can hear y'all collective sound now. Boy, y'all gonna make some cold shit.
of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna make some
Yeah.
shit. Y'all gonna do something. Don't let nobody tell y'all not finna do. But y'all gonna do some shit. We out. We supporting.
Yeah.
That. We supporting that. That's what this platform for.
Appreciate it.
Yep. I appreciate y'all coming out. Like, y'all are talented. Y'all need to start doing shows and start posting on that social media, and your fans will find you. You know, you just got to keep at it.
Right.
Thank you.
No problem. And is there any people that you want to shout out?
Shout out Jamaal.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Shout out
Shout out
Jamaal.
Jamaal.
For real.
Shout out Jamaal.
Yes.
Shout out Jamaal.
Tell you, Jamaal, you about to be like the granddaddy of producers out here on the West Coast. You know, I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro. You building a platform that's never been seen.
Yeah, you doing.
I appreciate that. For real, for real.
Shoot. Shout out God. Shout out my mama. Shout out my dad. Shout out my stepmom. Shout out my twin. Shout out my girl. Shout out the homies. Shout out Kel. Shout out Sage and Sid. Shout out Juno, Ronnie. Shout out Locals Only.
Shout out.
Shout out iRock. Shoot. Shout out all them.
Of course, shout out God. Shout out to my daughter, my parents, especially my dad. He's the reason as to why I'm even in music to begin with. Shout out to all my siblings. Shout out to Coco. Shout out to Sid. Shout out to Valley of the Beach. Shout out to
Facts.
this opportunity, and shout out to everything to come in our future.
Any other shout outs? No?
I feel bad now. I feel bad. Like, no, shout out to all my creative friends that have like supported me throughout the years. I would say y'all held it down, kept me in the game, even when times get hard. You know what I mean?
Absolute.
Yeah. Shout out Miles.
Shout them out.
Shout out Phoenix. You know.
Shout out Chicago. Shout out Bumba Beats.
Shout out Jacksonville. You know. Shout out the
City on my
world.
back. You know.
City on my back.
Yeah, that's what they say, right? You know.
Shout out everybody. Shout out everybody.
Yeah. Shout out everybody. That's
out
the
everybody.
end of the season. We'll be here next season.
Are we the season finale?
Yes.
Oh.
Right. I'm gonna act
Merry
up.
Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa,
Happy holidays.
Boxing
Happy
Day.
New Year.
Type shit. It was Valley of the Beast. We just did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Go straight in shit live when it come out. Share like with your peoples. You know how we do. Big Jamaal, Wizxrd, Taylor on the motherfucking beat.